Hello, it's Michael B. Fishing. Now, I posted a video 2 days ago entitled, What It Means If You're Single on Valentine's Day. I know this wasn't a fishing video, but it's something I thought about. I thought would be good. And I said a couple of things that, after some praying about and thinking about, weren't exactly true. So, I'm going to re-record this thing right now, as you're watching, and go from there. Yes, this is my fireplace. This is my proverbial fireside chat. Literally, not just figuratively. Anyway, let's get into this thing. So, being single on a day like Valentine's Day, where you see people going on dates, you see couples doing couple things, that's kind of, anyway, it can be kind of lonely. But I'm getting married in a week, actually less than that, because today's Sunday, 6 days, so that'll be fun. But I remember, though, how it was when I was single, especially on days like Valentine's Day, where I saw all of these people doing all of these things, and then I was like, okay, what about me? And then I met my ex named Rachel, and we dated for a year. I thought I was going to marry her, but I didn't. I had convinced myself that it is what God wanted for me, but it wasn't. I mean, clearly, because I'm getting married to Miranda, the best girl ever, in like 6 days. But I want to take a moment and talk about being single on Valentine's Day. And I'm just real quick, just 3 things. I'm going to make this simple, quick, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, the first thing, in order to have a relationship, not just on Valentine's Day, but any day, you have to have a relationship with God first. And I know some of you are like, I'm not a Christian, man. Stop telling me to do these things that only you believe in. That's your opinion. It is my opinion. It's my belief, too. And God used the things that happened post-Rachel to grow me into the person that He has me to be, as far as being married. Now, I'm not saying you're going to meet the person by 22. I'm 24 and I'm getting married. I'm not saying you're going to meet the person by the time they're 30. Only God knows when and if you are to marry somebody. Not everybody's called to be married. They're not. And in the last video, I said that I can guarantee you that God will have somebody for you. No, I can't do that. God knows whether you will be married or not. But, like my first point, you have to have a relationship with God first. Because if you date from the perspective of you need to be fixed, this person will complete you, you're going to be dating selfishly, and this person will fail you. Let me tell you. Because nobody can fill the God-shaped hole in your heart. So, my second point is that once you have that relationship with God, you have to work on that relationship with God. It's not something you can just halfway do. You have to do it. You have to get in those habits. You have to grow yourself. Because if you don't grow yourself in Christ, you're not going to be ready to marry somebody. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. You're not. Your life is going to be full of disappointments, and you're not going to know how to handle it. Because life is full of disappointments in general, whether you're with somebody or not. Life's hard. We all know it. But when you have that relationship with Christ, you're going to have a peace that surpasses all understanding. So, say you're with somebody and you're a Christian and they're a Christian, but then it just doesn't work out, and you're like, but God, why does this happen? I was with this person for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5, 15, X amount of time. Then, but you'll have that peace that surpasses understanding and knowing that God still loves you. I mean, heck, He sent Jesus to die for you. So, He does. Whether you believe that or not, that's up to you. But, anyway. So, second point is you have to work on yourself. You have to be okay with being single for the rest of your life. Just stop looking. And then if you are going to be with somebody, that's typically when God will send them your way. I had to reach that point where I was just like, okay, you know what? Whatever. I'm happy being content in Christ. Miranda had to reach that point. I believe that just about every person who is in a happy and healthy marriage had to reach that point. That they wasn't going to look anymore. They were just going to be content in living with Christ. Living for Christ. And it's what it is. And lastly, point number 3. You ain't going to, it's not going to be, you're not going to be able to do it on your terms. When God says you're ready to be with somebody, then He will allow you to be with somebody. It ain't going to happen. You can't force it. I mean, take it from me. I tried to be with somebody I wasn't supposed to be with, and He was like, no. But I firmly believe that if you are a follower of Jesus, and that if you are growing in your relationship with Him, He will provide someone if you are called to be married. Some people are called to be single, and if you're going to be single, then you're single. It's just what it is. But I'm telling you, if you're single on Valentine's Day, it's okay. Just look forward to Half Price Chocolate Day. Oh yeah, that's the day after. It was technically yesterday. Anyway, it's good. Chocolate's good. Oh yeah. But, my friends, let me tell you, it's okay if you have your heart set on somebody. I hope it's Jesus. And then He'll handle the rest. All you need to worry about is growing in Him if you have a relationship with Him. And if you don't, then getting one. But some of you may be thinking, but Michael, you're about to be married. What do you know? Trust me. I know. I was at one point so far down in the dumps because I didn't think nobody was going to talk to me, or just questioning my self-image, my self-worth, all that. It's like, something's got to be wrong with me. Something has to be wrong with me. Because every person I try and talk to, every girl I try and date, just poof, nothing. But the whole time, God was saying, you need to focus on me. Because God will complete you. Jesus coming and living in your heart will fill that God-sized hole in your heart in a way that only He can. Because everybody's sinful. Everybody's broken. That's why can't nobody fix you, because they're just as messed up as you are. The only one who can fix someone is the one who isn't messed up and broken. I.e., the only one that falls under that category is Jesus. Now, I'm not saying your life's going to be a bed of roses. In fact, it's going to be tough. But the loneliness and everything you feel on Valentine's Day, if you're single, it won't compare to the joy and peace you have in Christ. And knowing no matter what happens, what phase of life you're in, it's going to be all right. So I can promise you that if you have that relationship with Christ, you're growing in Him, you'll have a peace that surpasses all understanding. And being single on Valentine's Day, yeah, it'll be all right. It's just a day. That's all it is. Now, please like and subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate all of you being here. Well, thank you for coming to my fireside chat. It's kind of toasty on this side of my body. Anyway, I hope all of you have a good Sunday, and I hope this video finds you well. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Please help me to get to my 1,000 sub mark by the end of this year. And if you always remember what Michael's doing, Michael be fishing.